Well, I've pressed the live button. It says you are live, which seems like a good sign. I'm on board the Marella Explorer 2, trying to do a live stream off of the internet from my phone. Fingers crossed this works. I am on my balcony, so there is going to be a bit of noise, but hopefully you can hear me. I just wanted to say hello when I have some decent internet, and it's absolutely amazing to be out of the UK. So hello to anybody who is joining me. Anybody in here? I can't really tell. I'm not sure if this is going to work, but I thought that I would give it a go. I don't see anybody in here yet, which is not normal for my channel. Oh, some people are coming in here now. There probably is a little bit of a delay on this. But as I said, I just wanted to try it out. I'm on a cruise at the moment, cruising around Spain. Hello to my mum who's in here. Hello to Josh. Hello to Lizzie Lou and Steve and David. All of the comments are popping up now, which is awesome to see you guys here. And thank you if you have managed to join me. Hello, James and Richard, Jay. I have found the sunshine. I'll just try and show you quickly. There is actually sunshine here, which is amazing. Not sure if you can see that. Let it focus on that. There we go. It's absolutely fabulous. It's so nice to be out of the UK. So I am taking a Marella cruise, and I do get a lot of questions about Marella because Marella are a British cruise line. You can book them from outside of the UK, but they don't really promote themselves. So I'm on the Explorer 2, which used to be a celebrity ship. It used to be the Celebrity Century, I believe, and there's a few things about it that I think are quite celebrity, but I love this ship. It was built in the late 1990s, but you wouldn't know. She's been refit so many times. Hello to Dawn, hello to Amy, hello to Nick, and hello to Julie. Jonathan says, how is the Explorer 2? Our cruise did get cancelled in January. No, I have heard Marella are cancelling a lot of their kind of Caribbean itineraries, which means that there are very, very, very cheap European itineraries with Marella at the minute. This cruise was so cheap, unbelievably cheap. I think I've probably made back the cruise fare just in drinks included on a Marella cruise, and I'm trying to just eat everything, drink everything, try everything out while I am here. But to put it into context, I know a lot of you guys watched me on a Disney cruise recently. This was a third of the price. This cruise, a third of the price of the Disney cruise. It includes drinks, it includes tips, it includes so much more. And I got out of the UK. I managed to get to Spain, which is really cool. Hello to Julie, who is from California. Eric, who is from Tampa. We've even got Australia in here. David's in here. 11:52 p.m. Hello, David. I just thought while I had a bit of quiet-ish for a cruise ship and a bit of internet, I thought that I would give it a go. Yeah, the sunshine is not on my balcony, which I think is good for this live stream. It's on the other side of the ship. Yeah, this cruise is 7 days long, not 3. Yes, this cruise is 7 days long. My Disney cruise was roughly £250 a night. This one, 70 something, including flights and transfers and everything like that. The sun feels absolutely amazing. We've had a very busy day. Every day we've been off kind of walking around. You don't have to do organized excursions. You can just get off and wander around wherever you are. And we're doing, 20,000 steps per day. So definitely it is important to wear kind of comfortable shoes for this type of cruise. Mark says, your Instagram posts show you having an amazing cruise. Yes, I am having an amazing cruise. Is it one of your favorites? Absolutely. Marella have really always been one of my favorite cruise lines. It's so good to be doing what I think is kind of more of a proper cruise. This is what I think cruising is getting off in different places you haven't been to, and just being able to kind of wander around. It's been great this summer. Don't get me wrong, cruising around the UK, it's been amazing. But come on, look at this. Look at that over there. It is so nice. It is so good. Jennifer's been on Marella 2 twice and absolutely loved it. Yes, I heard the news today. Marella are getting a new cruise ship, which is really cool. Oh my goodness, so many people in here. I do not know the capacity, but it feels like less than 50% capacity. I will try and find out. This ship is pretty small anyway. It normally only holds about 1,800, and I'm pretty sure it's less than 50% capacity, which is great because you walk straight to the front almost everywhere. You don't have to wait to be seated. Lizzie says, can't wait to try Marella next year for the 90s cruise. Yes, I was convinced that the 90s cruise was on this ship, but it is on Discovery 2. I think it's going to be the best I've got a lot of friends who are coming on this 90s cruise with us who've never cruised before. And I think Marella's a really good kind of first time cruise, especially if you're doing a package like this, because transfers are included, flights are included, they look after you, your drinks are included, your food's included. It's very easy. There's no kind of nasty gratuity surprises that are going to pop up or anything like that. Even on your cruise card, it says tips are included. You don't need to tip anymore because it's all included, which is awesome. Hello to Frederick from London. Hello, Millie. Hello to everybody who's in the chat. Thank you so much for joining me. I know this isn't my usual time to do live streams, but I knew that if I waited and tried to do it at my normal time, I wouldn't have any internet. So while I'm here and while I have internet, I thought that I would just jump on this one. On Carnival Magic, 55% occupancy. That sounds absolutely amazing. Yes, it's probably around 50% on here or possibly less. There's some really, really cheap Marella cruises this winter if you are looking for some kind of winter sunshine. My drink that I have right now is a Diet Coke, classic Diet Coke, drinking a lot of these on this cruise. But there's all kinds of cocktails included and beers and wines. And I have updated my kind of included list that's on my website because it's different from when I was last on board, but still loads of stuff. So is the balcony upgrade free of charge? Yes, so I came on the ship. I booked a ocean view cabin. I went to my room. I tried to get in my room. My cruise card didn't work. And then I had to go and do my muster drill and it was all erroring and it just didn't like my details that I entered. And it turns out I've been upgraded to a balcony. If that's because we're at such reduced capacity, if it's a, it's a perk, I don't know, but I'm very, very happy with it. It's absolutely amazing. Trying to weigh up the price between Wi-Fi on board and getting roaming from EE. See, for me, at the minute, I still have roaming. I'm on 3. I can roam for free. It doesn't cost me any money to do the roaming. The Wi-Fi's, it's not fantastic, got to be honest with you. If I didn't have this stuff to keep up with, I probably wouldn't use the Wi-Fi, but it's fine for emails. It's fine for uploading pictures. I'm glad it sounds quiet because I hear building, I hear boats, I hear clanging and chattering. So hopefully you can just hear me. You booked a cruise on the Queen Mary 2. When is that cruise? It is not until next year. I have seen some really cheap ones coming up soon, but it's not until next year. My next cruise after this one is on Iona, so I'm going back to P&O, and that will be interesting after doing this. I'm using the my regular phone internet. I can roam here at the minute without any extra charge. Are excursions still within your cruise bubble? No, not at all. Every day we've just wandered off by ourselves. We've done 20,000 steps today, and we walked up 500 and something steps to a castle that's on a hill here, which was great, but it's so hot. But yeah, no excursions anymore. You can just wander off if you want to. We were in Barcelona yesterday. We were docked with a Viking ship and an MSC ship, which was interesting. I have heard since then that everybody on the Viking cruise had to do organized excursions. So maybe, we were the lucky ones being able to wander off. Pretty sure on MSC you can wander off though. So yeah, here, no, wander off, do what you like. All good. It's really, really nice. Yeah. Who's looking after my cat? I left my boyfriend at home. He's not got enough time off work to come with me on these cruises recently. So he's at home looking after Hudson. He's sending me pictures of Hudson. And yes. Is it handicap friendly? I think so. As much as any other cruise line. It is from the late 90s, this ship. So some things maybe... I don't know. I feel like they would do anything they could to make it accessible to everybody. Are you in port? Yes, I'm in port right now. I wouldn't dare try and use my phone's internet when we are moving, but it seems like we're in a good space here. So I stay here. Tom and Dom, 10 days until we are on board. Very, very envious. I know I'm here right now. But yes, that sounds amazing. Have you tried Nonna's on board? No, we haven't. I will get there. This is the pizza place that's on board. What I quite like about Marella Cruises is on some other cruise lines, you'll have a main dining room and a buffet, and that's it pretty much for included food. On here, there's a main restaurant that's included, an Italian restaurant that's included that we went to yesterday. There's kind of a snack shack for burgers and chicken wings and stuff. There's another place that does kind of sandwiches and salads. Yeah, there's quite a lot of included food. How do you keep your weight down when you're surrounded by food all the time? Says Neil. Well, I mean, I don't really do breakfast. So today I got up and I had 2 bread rolls. Then I walked 20,000 steps and walked up a mountain. So yeah, I think that helps. I walk an awful lot up and down the stairs and around the ships, and I don't like pastries or, yeah. Would you recommend this cruise for a solo traveler? Yes, and I would definitely recommend Marella for a kind of first-time cruise. I think they make it really easy and everything is explained. Whether that's because, you know, I'm British, it's a very British cruise line, and everything, you know, you see the signs around the ship, they're really funny, they're really British phrases. But yes, solo cruisers, they have quite a few solo meetups. All of the, you know, the entertainment team are really, really good. The shows are really good on Marella. I know I always say that like the best shows are Norwegian, Royal Caribbean, because they have a big Broadway musical. The thing about Marella is they have a different show every single day. Like it's good to go on Norwegian and see Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, but that'll be on multiple nights, and that's pretty much the only thing. Whereas here, different show every single night. They're all amazing. They're all about an hour long, and they've all got this big like 10-person singers and dancers team. So I really like the entertainment on Marella. It's kind of songs I know and things I can sing along to and things I'm interested in. Love the Marella Dream. How much better is Explorer 2? So Marella Dream is gone. There's only 4 ships at the minute in the Marella fleet. It is the Discovery, Discovery 2, Explorer, and Explorer 2. I never did the Dream or the Celebration. And to be honest, I'm glad that those older ones have gone, because I would kind of recommend a Marella cruise thinking it would be a Discovery or an Explorer, and then these ships, they just didn't live up to the same kind of thing. Keith says, happy birthday to Max. Max is my brother. It is his birthday today. He is around. Might be able to hear you. So happy birthday to my brother, Max. He got a card from the captain, which is really nice. I imagine that other cruise lines probably would charge you if you wanted a card from the captain. Do they sail out of Miami? They have got a new ship that's coming out next year or year after next, which is going to be cruising from America. At the moment, no. Lizzie says, what is your favorite cocktail? Have you tried any new ones that are good? So my favorite ones that I remembered from a few years ago, electric lemonade, blue drink, absolutely lovely. And a raspberry Collins is nice. A berry fizz is nice. They're all nice. They're all good. I like them. And when you walk kind of into the theater, they just have the drinks there. You just pick them up and you just go, which is really cool. None of this, you know, you don't have to order your drinks. You just pick them up. They're just ready for you, which is really cool. Don't forget to head to Squid and Anchor on your last night for the big Marella band jam. That sounds cool. We've been in the Squid and Anchor. It's a big kind of lounge with live music and trivia and all kinds of things in there. Yeah, Marella Voyager is the new one that is coming soon. Not sure when, but it is coming soon. Very exciting. Jan says you have that cruise glow. Big smile, happy to be at sea. I'm absolutely kind of exhausted from my walk today. I feel a bit gross. Going to have a shower after this, I think. But I am fed. I've had a drink. I've been out for a walk. So I am definitely good. Oh, Sean has got 10 minutes before bingo starts on Anthem of the Seas. Sean, make sure you get to bingo. Make sure you get to bingo. Julie, I don't know the occupant. I don't know. They don't really tell you how many people are on the ship. I will ask some crew who are on here, but it's definitely less than 50%, I think. It seems really kind of quiet on board. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much to everybody for your comments. If you do have a question, can you please start it with a question, because it makes it so much easier for me to see what is a question and what is not. The internet looks great. That is fabulous. It is... It seems to be holding out okay. I'm doing it from my phone, so fingers crossed it is okay. Hudson is behaving. Yes, he is. He's being good. He's being good. Show the cabin if you can. I don't think I can, because I think if I try to go near the cabin, my internet will go because it's coming from outside. It's not the most exciting cabin, to be honest. Most of the cabins are, you know, kind of the same layout. This ship was built in the late 90s. I think the cabins are one of the places where it kind of it shows that it's from the late 90s, just with the kind of all the wood and the design. It's perfectly clean. It's really nice. It's spacious. There's so much storage in this cabin. But yes, I have been sharing pictures on my Instagram. If you can follow my Instagram, that's where I put everything every single day. I spend hours a day updating that. So that's the best place to check it out. I'm filming everything, of course. I'll put together a video when I get back. But if ever you're wondering, you know, you want to see the menus, you want to see the food, you want to see anything around the ship, my Instagram stories are probably the best place. I am sharing other things every single day, but there's just too many things going on. It's too busy. Christine says, what site do you book through? So I work myself with an agent called Emma. So I book through Team Emma, which is me and another Emma. So yeah, I've left her at home. She's taking care of all of the bookings and stuff while I'm here, which is cool. We did cruise together recently, which was interesting because I would be there sunning myself and she would be in the shade working on her laptop booking cruises for everybody. So I did feel a bit bad for that, but that's through my website, emmacruises.com. If you are interested in any cruises, if you're from the UK, that is, put in a little message on there. Martin's Holiday Channel says 50%, we were told. Yeah, I imagine that they would be selling it up to 50%, but I'm not sure that they actually fit. Like, it seems like you could book these quite last minute, so I'm not sure if it's actually full. I think a lot of people are still nervous about, you know, international travel, and there's so much paperwork you need, and tests and vaccines and entry to different countries, and we've got to do our entry forms to get back in. And I think a lot of people are nervous about that, rightly so, because it's all new, everything is new, but that's kind of what I'm going to focus on in my video when I get back home, will be everything I had to do to get out of the UK to do a cruise. What was check-in like, says John? It was all really easy. The good thing about doing kind of a Marella cruise like this, that's a package, is we got on the plane, we straight away got on our transfers. They took our bags from the bus straight onto the ship. We never saw them again. It was just handing, you know, going through all the paperwork of the vaccines, the tests, the travel insurance, the this, the that, all of that kind of stuff. But it worked. Keith says, how are the cookies on this ship and where would you rate them with other lines? Pretty good. Yes, there are cookies around, and they do have afternoon tea, I think, most days in the buffet. We have been there the last couple of days, and there are cookies at the Snack Shack. I did spend £2 on a premium cookie. There's a place on board called the Coffee Port, which is kind of premium teas and coffees, and they have really big, good cookies there. And I spent £2 on that one, and that was the best. That was absolutely amazing. But whether I can count that as it's not really included in the cruise fare, I'm not sure. If I can, then that's the best. Were you offered discounted cabin upgrades in the run-up to departure? I booked this cruise really kind of last minute anyway, so I don't think I had any time for any kind of upgrades. I didn't see anything like that, but I guess the ship is half full, so they have all kinds of cabins available. Oh, Sean says the cookies on Anthem are quite tough and not soft. That is sad. That is sad. Is cruising experience enhanced or reduced by the low number of passengers? Absolutely enhanced. I love it. When we go back to 100% capacity, I'm going to be really sad. I'm going to really miss this. Because the other day, I mean, we docked next to the Viking ship, and the Viking ship is about the same size as this ship, but normally we would have double the number of passengers. And that's kind of what you get on the luxury line. You get more crew per person, you get more space per person. But the thing is it's half capacity anyway, so we kind of get that luxury service without having, you know, we're just here, which is cool. And this cruise was so unbelievably cheap. One of the cheapest cruises probably I've ever booked, including the flights and everything. And it's so much better. It's not as if, you know, places are still full, places are still busy. You're not going to find that there's no one at karaoke or there's no one in the lounge. It's never kind of awkward. But it's just like when you go to the theatre, there's always 2 seats between you and the next person, which I think is brilliant. Like, if we can keep that all the time, that works for me. It's really cool. I will say they're quite good at the COVID measures on board. So you have a daily temperature scan. And when you get off, when you come back on, they do your temperature scan. They even kind of sit you in the theatre in your seat so that you're actually, you have to be sat and you can't leave until they let you leave so that everybody doesn't pile up at the doors. On other cruise lines, they'll, you know, have all of these measures, but there'll be certain places like when you leave the theatre that everyone just bundles together. But on here, they're really kind of controlling it. And it's good. It's really good. They're sanitizing everything. Everything is clean. They've deep sanitized our cabin midway through the cruise. It is good. I feel, yes. So Jenny says, flying makes me nervous. Was it a full flight? Yes. So I saw 2 empty seats on my flight. One of them was in the middle and one of them was by me, which was absolutely amazing. So I had a seat next to me. It was an early morning flight, so I just slept anyway, but it meant I could kind of stretch out to the side, which was absolutely awesome. But yeah, as far as the flight goes, the flight is exactly the same as a flight always is. You just have to wear a mask now. It's literally the only difference that I can tell. Everything, I think, with airlines is back to normal now. But you do know, so to do a flight to Spain, you don't have to be tested before you go anymore, I don't think. But because we were all on 2E Marella trips, we all had to have tests. So I knew that everybody on the flight had a negative result within a very short period of time. So we're all vaccinated, we're all tested. I feel like that's as good as you're going to get. At some point, you have to kind of go back to normal, and it is what it is. Our test we had to do after 9 p.m. the night before, and then our flight was really early in the morning. So if someone's negative at 9 p.m. the night before, you would hope at 6 a.m. the next day that they still are. It is what it is. If you want to get out of the UK, that's kind of what you have to do. Mark says, Morello Explorer departing on the 16th of October is £484 per person flying. Yes, this is what I mean. It's so unbelievably cheap. And for everything that's included, like, you don't have to spend anything else. Tips included, drinks included, loads of places you can get your food included. The only things you're going to pay for are excursions if you want to, gift shop stuff if you want to, cookies if you want to, but you don't have to spend anything else. So yeah, it's really good. Thank you, Julie from Tennessee in the USA. Nice to see you in here. I wasn't sure what this time would be like it's a bit early maybe in the day for most of my American audience, but I'm going to sail away soon, so it had to be now or never. Ooh, from Canada, cruising on Celebrity out of Southampton in August. Videos have been so helpful. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's cool. Lou says, cruise on Apex last month in Greece had 501 passengers out of 2,900 capacity. Yes, if you wanted to pay for that, you would have to pay so much money. Lou says he's loving my Instagram post. Thank you very much, Lou. I try and update the kind of Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and everything a couple of times a day when I'm on the cruise. It's been really nice for me on this cruise because we've had I'm completely free. I booked this cruise. I can do what I like. I can sit down and update things. My last cruise with Disney was very much an experiment for me. I'm glad I went, but this is much, much, much more me. This is absolutely me. Everything. There's constantly live music by the pool. There's trivia, and it's things that I may have an idea about, which is just cool. Oh, greetings from Georgia. Thanks for doing a live. You're very welcome. I'm very happy that the internet has kind of held out this far. Fingers crossed it does for a little bit more. 10 a.m. East Coast of the US. That is cool. What Wi-Fi are you using? Could never get decent Wi-Fi on my last Marella cruise in the Med. I'm not using the Wi-Fi, so that works. Being from the UK, at the minute, I can still roam without any extra charges, so it's my normal 4G from my phone on my laptop. Which is why I'm hoping that it works, and it seems to be working. Yes, Lou says, did you see Captain Kate will be the captain of Beyond next April? Yes, of course. I think if they, it's their most exciting ship, they're going to want Captain Kate on there, aren't they? And that's exciting for her. What was the cost of this cruise with flights? This cruise cost, for me, £539. £539, 7-night cruise, all-inclusive tips, drinks, food, flights, transfers. £539 for 7 nights, which is ridiculous. They can't be making money off of me because the flight must cost, I don't know, £130 or something. So maybe a £400 cruise. And I'm eating and drinking £400 worth of stuff while I'm here. So I guess I am promoting it. I have convinced a lot of people to try Marella, I think, because it's easy. It is easy. Is it okay to fly and cruise when mask exempt? I don't know. You'd have to check with the airlines. You'd have to check with the cruise lines. They all have their own rules. I think Marella are very, very strict on masks. I haven't seen anybody without a mask. And if you forget, they will ask you to put it on, rightly so. But you'd have to speak to the specific cruise line and the specific airline because it does vary. It does vary. It's going to be really strange to go back to the UK after this. We haven't really had a proper summer in the UK this year, so it's been so good to get some sunshine. Thank you, Jim, for my super chat. Suddenly, I'm alive. Yes, I'm alive. Might as well buy a drink and cookie that's not included in your package. I've been very impressed with Marella from your posts. Now, if I can get out of Canada, yes, fingers crossed. I'm still thinking of everybody who's in Australia. I hope that cruising resumes for you guys soon. I think about you guys all the time. But yes, hopefully you can get out of Canada soon. That seems doable sooner than everybody in Australia. Yes. Craig says, how is the food and are the premium restaurants worth the money? So I have tried, I think, all of the specialty restaurants on Marella cruises. This is my third Marella cruise, and I think I've tried them every single time, and they're brilliant. They're really good. The thing is they're not that expensive compared to specialty restaurants in other places. There's one on here called the Cove Cafe, I believe, and it's £12 per person, so that's really cheap. We did Corella, which is the kind of Asian place. I was gifted that. They gave that to me, which was very nice. But even that's only supposed to be £25 per person, which when you compare that to some of the American cruise lines, it's very cheap. The food there is very good. I'm really impressed with the amount of vegetarian, vegan, gluten-free. If you have any kind of allergies, there's so many choices on here. I'm so used to just being vegetarian. Normally I don't get to pick. There's one starter and there's one main usually for vegetarian on most cruise lines. And here, there's like 5 vegetarian starters and 4 vegetarian mains, and there's so much choice. The food definitely is kind of British comfort food, I would say a lot of it is. It's things that I would probably choose to eat at home. Like I've had pies and stuff like that, which I wouldn't normally have on the American cruise lines, but it suits me fine. It is good. It's well cooked. It's good portions. Yeah, I'm quite happy. Yeah, maybe they're worth the money. They're not that expensive on here. So I think if you want to do one or do a couple, do it. The other ones are Surf and Turf, and I can't remember the other ones. They're not too expensive, so maybe. But if you don't want to, if you want to just eat the included food, there's so many places that are included, and that's no problem. Eve said, did you see the news about the Marella ship for 2023? Yes, Voyager, Marella Voyager. Interesting. We'll be doing the US and the Caribbean. That is awesome. Yes. It's very strange that Marella picked 2021 to be the year that they didn't do any UK cruises, like from the UK, because before that they always cruise from the UK. My last 2 Marella cruises were from the UK, but they changed their mind on that for some reason, and they're all fly cruises. But it is as easy as a fly cruise can be, I think. I haven't seen anyone who is mask exempt or anyone not wearing a mask on this cruise. They're really, really strong on it. You would have to speak to the cruise line and the airline, but I wouldn't be surprised if I haven't seen anybody without a mask on here. After finishing on the Marella, will I be shocked at the size of Anthem and NSC? See, this is the thing. So this is a mid-sized ship, I suppose. It would have been one of the biggest ships in the 1990s, but now it's a mid-sized ship. The biggest ships, if you were to go on Symphony of the Seas, probably about 3 times the size of this ship, which is crazy. But when you think about it, most of that, almost all of that, is just cabins. So normally there'll just be an extra 5 decks of solid cabins in the middle that make up that height. So it doesn't really feel that much smaller. It doesn't feel like you're on this kind of miniature version. It just feels like you don't have to walk as far to everything, and there's less people there, which is good, which is cool. Potatoes are good in the morning. It's 7:15, Phoenix, Arizona. Amazing. Howard says, are Marella using any apps such as the Princess Medallion? So this is kind of, I think it sums up Marella. So they're not trying to be the best at technology. They're just using it on a web page. It does everything you need to do. It's very functional, but it's not kind of flashy, and you can't order a drink to you. It just does things that you need. Like it has deck plans on it. You can view your onboard account, and it's like a web page. It's not an actual app. You just go on it. You don't have to you don't have to pay for the Wi-Fi to use it. It has everything you need on it, but it's just like a functional, fun, colorful thing. And that's what I think most of the Marella kind of cruise experience is. It's just fun, and it's cheap, and it's good. It's good value, and it works for me. Oh, hello to Alistair. Hello, nice surprise. Looks like you are having a great time. I'm having a lovely time, thank you. This is proper sunshine here. I know we were on the Celebrity cruise. We had some sun briefly, but it's different. I've forgotten what proper sun was like. Spanish sun is absolutely amazing. Oh, Susan says only 390 passengers on her repositioning cruise 2 weeks ago. Sounds amazing. That sounds absolutely awesome. Oh, hello to Dan. Hello, Dan. Hope you're doing good. Hope your brother's having a good birthday. Yes, I mean, he's on a cruise for his birthday, so I would think so. I'm very impressed with how well this internet has lasted, but I am going to end this live stream now. It's been really cool to see everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have any Marella questions, you know where to find me. I'm on here for a while still, thankfully. But thank you so much for joining me on this live stream. I have shared another video since I've been here about my Disney cruise cabin. Make sure you check that one out next. And I will see you back to normal schedule next week. Normal time, normal place. Not tomorrow because I'll be on here, but next week back to normal. Thank you so much, everybody. I will see you soon. Bye.